Silent and profiling. It's live and in color. Slow down. I'm styling and profiling. Upside down.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am your host, Tommy. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. And happy Thanksgiving. And what a fucking win. Scott, thank you. You're in the building. Mohammed, I appreciate you. As always, you guys are always on point, showing up. Scott, well, Tommy, you're back. I am back. Now, what the hell is wrong with Trey? I know you can't answer, but fuck, hope it's not serious. Yeah, bro, I really hope it's not serious. It did not look good. But let's cross our fingers. Let's hope the MRI comes up good. He's only out a week or two. You know what I mean? Or we can get him back by the playoffs if we make the playoffs, you know? But, yeah, bro, you guys, listen, we needed that. We needed that for our Thanksgiving to go good. Because my Thanksgiving, guys, was good. I just needed the Bills to win to complete it, right? I ate good. Everything went fine. I just needed them to win. So I wasn't on here cursing all night and dropping F-bombs like crazy. A well-rounded victory versus a desperate Saints team that played desperate on offense. And thank God we won. Patrick, solo clap for Josh Allen. Rest up for pass game. Yeah. Hey, Patrick, I appreciate you coming in here. Patrick, good guy. Comes on my the AFC East Shakedown. By the way, Patrick, I'll be on Saturday. Curtis will be on from Ace Per Head. Trevor and Juan, Sports Dynasty, and Captain D will be on. We'll talk about that. But this was a must win. So tonight's our night. We get to eat the turkey. And I do got one thing, Patrick, if you're still on here. I do got one thing to say to you, okay? And I hope you're listening.
One more for the good guys.
All right. One more for the good guys. So I hope you heard that. Because hopefully I'll be playing that again when we beat you guys on Monday Night Football. I'm praying to God. But back to this game. Buffalo won 31-6. It was exactly what you're supposed to do against a bad team or a hurt team, right? And listen, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to gloat, but as Apex in the building, my co-host on Tailgate Talk, a win's a win. Like me and Mikey were talking about on Tailgate Talk, we'll take them. And if this was a bad win, yeah, I'll still take it. But of course, I wouldn't be too happy. But this was a good win against the Saints defense. That's pretty good. And not great, but they're a solid defense. And I thought we did very well. There's a lot of things that we did well tonight that I'm going to get through on offense, and then I'll go to defense. I thought Dable called a very nice game tonight. I got to admit. Patrick in the building. Patrick talking again. Let's see, Patrick. It was a get-right game, and it was a good one. Yeah, 100%, Patrick. It was. We needed this. It really was, because if we didn't show out tonight, or we barely won against a Saints team that's very hurt on offense, I don't know how confident I would be going into the Monday night game versus Patriots. This, at least for Bills Mafia, especially me, I feel a little bit more confident. I got to say, like I said, I'll get back to the offense now. I thought the offensive line played average tonight, which is all I want. It's all I want. I mean, they're still bad. Don't get me wrong. But I thought they held up and they played average enough to get the yards when we needed. I thought, listen, Motor and Breida, that combination, I love. I want to see more of that. Me and Mikey were talking during the game, and we both agree on the Singletary and Motor, Singletary and Breida. I like that 1-2 combination. I really do. And I think the coach is starting to see that he likes it as well. And it looks like that's probably going to be your backs moving forward. And by the way, listen, you guys, I keep telling you, Motor is not as bad as you guys keep saying. We need a running back. We need running backs. If the offensive line was just a little better, trust me, he would get better yards. It's a really tough line to run behind, and they both do what they can. But I thought they played average tonight, and we did a lot of good things out there. Hey guys, we had a fucking screen pass that worked so well. We got a touchdown. By the way, Muhammad coming in there real quick. As long as Ford is not on the field. Yeah. So speaking on that, Muhammad, we got a long way to go till Monday Night Football. I would assume and hope that Spencer Brown is back by then, right? And Starr is back by then for that game. It's a long wait till Monday night. Like, guys can get rested. Guys can hopefully get through the big COVID crap that, Spencer Brown and Starr's dealing with, right? I'm hoping it's done by then and they can suit up because we do need those guys. Don't forget about Mongo. He has to be coming back soon, right? He's not on IR, so we'll see. Muhammad, more than 10 days. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Somebody coming in. Scott. Motor has some great effort runs. 100%, bro. Listen, dude. Listen. He's 5'7". He's not a big guy. You know what I mean? He's not a Derrick Henry where he's gonna, when the offensive line fails to do their job, he's just gonna still get something positive out of it. Singletary's trying his best, and I got to give him credit for that, man. He's a tough little son of a bitch. I'll take him on my team any day of the week. People can hate on him all they want, but I think the dude plays solid. He blocks well for Josh Allen when he needs to. And Breida has been good since coming in. I got to admit, I wasn't high on Breida at first, but listen, Moss has taken huge steps back this year. We need Breida has been a little bit of a spark. Keep him in. Muhammad, was Moss out for concussion? No, Moss was just a healthy scratch. Moss healthy scratch, man. I think I think the coach is liking the Breida Singletary Breida combination. It's just working out better. Jack, can we agree Breida is the running back? No, Jack. We can agree that Breida and Singletary are good 1-2 punch, but Singletary's still going to be the primary back. He's still more trusted. I think Sean McDermott trusts him a little bit more. He's been in the system longer. However, Breida is good for like screen passes. He's good for the pitch outs. Like I like that combination better. So you got the speed of Breida. You got the Singletary, who's very elusive. I think Singletary is actually stronger than Breida. He could take a better tackle. You can get more yards after getting hit after contact. So no, I think Singletary's still your guy, but it could change week to week. Breida could have more playing, more time in the game than Singletary. It just depends on. But Singletary's still, I think, the guy he deserves still to be the guy. Muhammad, remember when there was an argument for Singletary and Moss? Yeah, I told you guys. I told everybody from day one that I couldn't believe when people were talking about that. Muhammad, it really should have been Breida Singletary. Yeah, no, I like the Singletary Breida. Listen, the coach, they're gonna go with the hot hand. They're gonna go with how the defense is playing us. I thought tonight it was a perfect 1-2. I thought they used them both in good situation. I really, really do. I thought it was very good by Dable. Dable finally called a good game. He wasn't perfect, but I thought he played. I thought he called a good game. Slinksy, good win, but I'll be satisfied when we beat the Pats. 100%, bro. 100%. Listen, You guys know me. I'm not a rah-rah guy. So I'm not going to be like sitting here like, yeah, we're back, baby. Like, we're going to win the Super Bowl now. We beat the Saints. Like, no, but it's a good feeling to see our team do their job against a bad team, right? Against a team that's struggling on offense, as like the Saints, who have a lot of key guys out. This is exactly what you should do, right? This is what we should have done against the Jaguars, right? This is what we're supposed to do. I'm fine with the results today. I'm good with it. So let's go through the stats real quick, guys. Josh Allen. By the way, I love it. You didn't you didn't overthrow Allen. You didn't go crazy like Dable. I thought he had a good mixture of play calls. So Josh Allen, 23 of 28, 260 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I'm going to get to a couple of those, by the way. Devin Singletary, 15 carries. 15 carries, guys. 44 yards. He didn't average your best, 2.9, but guys, remember, the offensive line is really tough. You guys watched the game like I did, right? you see there's like 3 or 4 guys in the backfield most of the time. Okay, so he did what he could do, and I thought he played very well. Matt Breida, 9 carries, 26 yards, 2.9 average, same thing. He did what he could. But like I said, the screen pass, just having him run more keeps the defense honest. Instead of having Devin Singletary like last week, run the ball 3 times. 3 times. That's all he got last week. This was the proper way to do it. You still had Allen almost throw for 30 attempts. You had your running backs get altogether. Well, Josh Allen had 8 attempts rushing, but they had 24 combined rushes between Breida and Singletary. But guys, that is perfect for this team. I'm good with that. I listen. I totally agree. We are a pass heavy team. I'm good with that, but we got to still mix in the run. We can't just do 3 rushing attempts like last week. That's like it's not going to work. So this week, perfect. Stephon Diggs, 7 receptions, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Played a very good game. It wasn't excellent, but it was very good. It was good to get him involved, right? Gabe Davis, he made some good catches tonight. 2 for 47. Cole Beasley was there on slant passes, which we've been calling for it, right? He had 5 catches, 46 yards. Dawson Knox, 3 catches, 32 yards, 2 touchdowns. Diggs had the 1 touchdown, by the way. Overall, great game. Game plan by Dable. I got to admit, and you guys know I'm really tough on Dable. But I thought tonight he mixed it up very well. Scott coming in. Yes, Allen was not sharp on the throw. So I'm gonna get on a couple of those. On the Allen. Just a little thing here. Muhammad, 24 rushing, 28 passing. Yes, almost 50-50. Exactly. Like listen, it doesn't even need to be 50-50. But you got to run the ball more than 3 times, right? With your primary back. You have to. So this was a perfect. I'm good with 60-40. I'm good with 70-30 almost, right? But this was perfect. Like this I like that game. I like the game. I like how Dable there was a couple drives I was like, right? The 3rd and inches call. Now, Mikey, he disagrees with me on this, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to agree or disagree on what I'm going to say here. But I don't, when it's 3rd and inches, guys, you don't need to pass there, right? Because then if you don't get it, now you're on 4th down, right? And it's what happened. We wind up punting. I know you want to go for the win, you want to go for the kill, but it's 3rd and inches. So let's say we run it there, quarterback sneak, we don't get it, which, God, really, we can't get an inch, right? But let's say we don't, and we get, then fine, go for it again. I'm just saying that the chances of quarterback sneaking there on 3rd inches are, I guarantee, the rate of getting a first down there over throwing it is big time. So why not just go for the running quarterback sneak there or run or whatever. He also did RPO tonight. He's bringing back the RPOs. I mean, I'm glad he didn't do too many of them, but man, I cringe when he does the RPOs. I really do, man. Just sneak Josh. Yeah, pick it up and move on. Yeah, 100%, bro. That's what I was saying. Like, there's no need for that. It took me back to the Steelers first week when we did I think it was a flea flicker. I'm pretty sure, right? And we try to be too cute, and you can't do that. Just pick up the first down and move on. It's inches, right? Come on, man. Like, it's just a waste of a down, man. I didn't like the call at all, man. Uh, but I mean, now as far as the interceptions, I will say this: one of them, his hand got hit. I don't know how that ball would have went either way, but I know he wanted to get Diggs involved more, but I kind of felt like he was pressing it a little bit too much to get Diggs the ball. Uh, like we got a lot of good receivers on this team, guy, right? We have Dawson Knox, right, who's having a really good season this year. Cole Beasley, one of the best slot receivers. You got Emmanuel Sanders, who's still balling out, at the age of 38 or whatever he is. Um, Gabe Davis, right? Like, you don't always have to force it into Diggs to get him involved. Just, work the ball around a little bit. I mean, I like getting involved, like I said, but don't force it. And I guarantee he'll look at the film and he'll understand that moving forward. I hope. And doesn't try to force it to Diggs. You don't have to do that. Diggs will eventually get open, right? And if they're doubling up Diggs or whatever they're doing, you got other options. Use them. Let's see here. Patrick, Josh got 2 good hits. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he ran. He got hit on one of those runs, man. Scott, Tommy, Josh thought Diggs was going to sit down. Instead, he went. I know. It was a miscommunication, but that's how it works, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not even talking about really the interception. I'm just talking about in general. I thought he kind of like forced it a little bit too much to Diggs, and he doesn't need to. You don't need to. Diggs is good enough. He's going to get open in the game. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's going to get his. Diggs will get his. Just don't force it. But I thought Josh Allen, for the most part, he had a good game. The one interception that got tipped, his hands got hit. So I didn't think he played that well. The one interception I thought was kind of a bad decision. But listen, he also had 43 yards rushing, right? So he had an overall really good game, right? Over 300 yards combined yards. What can you ask for? Just eliminate some of the mistakes. Other than that, man, I thought he played well. Pete, hopefully not a torn ACL. Yeah, man. Fuck, it didn't look good. It didn't look good. I'm gonna get on the defense now. Listen, the defense did exactly what I thought they would do. Shit, I gave the Saints 17. I think I predicted the score 37-17, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. They did their job, guys. They did. But mind you, it was against a very injured Saints team with little to no options on offense. And by the way, guys, I gotta say, how many times tonight were you guys gonna hear the name? What was it? Little Jordan something? I think it was like what was it? Little Jordan Humphrey. Like, bro, they must have said that dude's name like 1,000 times tonight. Like, that name's gonna be in my head all week. Little Jordan Humphrey. Little Jordan Humphrey. My God. But no, the defense. Ed Oliver's been playing phenomenal all season, guys. Imagine if Star was been playing, because Star's missed a lot of games. And Ed Oliver has really stepped it up this season. I mean, this is the Ed Oliver I expected when we drafted him. I'm for real. He's finally growing into his position. Like, he is. Like, Ed Oliver is a handful. I mean, when I look at the film on Ed Oliver, like the day after I rewatch the games, man, dude, that guy he's a beast for those offensive line, man. They have a tough time containing him, man. Patrick, Saints had their 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, and what? Yeah, exactly. But listen, but we did what we had to do. We held them to 6 points. Like, that's what you do against a bad team. with that are desperate. By the way, they were playing desperate. They were going for it on 4th down, fake punt, right? Like that's a desperate team. You know, they had no other option. But like I said, we held them to 6, guys. I mean, like they did their job. Trey White getting hurt. My God, man. Man, Dane Jackson. The time's now, brother. You got to step the fuck up, man. You got to step up because we'll find out more, you know, in a couple days, I'm sure. But it didn't look good. It didn't look good. It's him. Like I think he was like almost crying. Like not good, not good. They said doubtful right away. You know that he was going to return. So let's just pray and hope that he's okay. Because man, it's going to be tough sledding without him. I'm going to tell you guys that straight up. Guys need to step the fuck up on defense right now. Levi Wallace, you got to play even better. Dane Jackson, hey, young blood, it is your go. You need to show up against the Pats because I have a feeling Trey will not be in that game. We're hoping Star's back. You know, the good news, the Patriots really don't throw deep, right? They run a lot. They use their tight ends a lot. So maybe we'll be okay. I don't know. You know, that's we just gotta hope Dane steps up, man. I was worried about Trey, but I believe he'll be back before the Pats. Hopefully, yeah. Twins. I hope so too. Knock on wood. Right. By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys watched my Friday show. No, we're not Friday. I'm sorry. Wednesday. We did a Wednesday show. Tailgate talk. Me and Mikey Apex. You guys. I don't know if you guys know me, but I'm very like what's the word? I'm like when the Bills lose, I have to have everything right. I'm superstitious, right? So everything has to be like, you know, the volume of the TV, the neon has to be on. Everything has to be right. If we lose and I'm wearing a certain jersey, I won't wear that jersey again. So I told you guys, I was trying to pick a jersey. I'm trying to think of a jersey. I got a lot of jerseys. So guess what jersey I chose, buddy? So this stays on until we lose, which hopefully this doesn't, you know, hopefully I keep this on. It's the JP Lossman jersey. That's right. That's right. JP Lossman's going to be our good luck for the rest of the season. You guys remember this. All right. Tommy's calling it right now. Right. Oh, you can't see because of my chair, but Lossman, buddy. So let's just hope, guys, the Lossman jersey doesn't. I don't have to switch jersey again. Right. This is it. Stays on. But anyways, I thought I'd tell you guys that. So Lossman won us the game. Marquez Stevenson. Let's talk about Marquez. I thought Marquez, except for the one muff punt, which he got back. Okay, cool. No harm, no foul. I thought he did well. He didn't do anything exciting, but I thought he fielded the ball well. Boy, he's a little guy. When he gets hit, man, he fucking when he looks like he's gonna break. I don't know why. He's just a really little dude, but he's explosive, man. I'm just waiting. We're gonna wait. He's gonna break one soon. But he can't. I'm sure McDermott's gonna talk to him about the muff, you know, losing that punt. Weird that Isaiah Mckenzie supposedly tweeted out he's done for the season. I didn't hear anything about injury. If anyone in this room can tell me about Isaiah Mckenzie, if anyone heard about an injury, I didn't hear nothing. And supposedly he tweeted out to somebody that he's done. He's out for the year. Is he in the doghouse? Because if it's not an injury and he's saying that, he's tweeting out. Because usually if there's an injury, McDermott says something, not like a player, right? Like he's very cautious about that. So I kind of feel like Mckenzie's airing out some dirty laundry almost kind of by saying that. Is he not happy, right? That Marquez got called up or something? Like it's weird. Something's going on there. And I like Mckenzie. I do. I'll tell you what. I still think they should use him because he's still good on like jet sweeps, good for motions in the backfield. Like I think we still should use him on offense. He's still kind of a playmaker when he gets his opportunities on offense. I don't think Marquez is quite ready yet to do those jet sweeps, to be involved with the offense. He's been hurt. You know what I mean? He probably hasn't been practicing with the ones. Um, so I would still like to see Isaiah McKenzie involved, but who knows what happened, what was said, unless it's an injury. That's why I don't really want to go too in depth with it. But it's just weird that he tweeted that. It really is weird, bro. Patrick coming in. Have you heard of 22? Oh, okay. Patrick and somebody's going at it in the chat room, I'm guessing. Let's see here. So yeah. So Marquez, I thought he did well tonight. You know, I would have gave him a better grade if it wasn't for the muff punt. But I thought he did well. Dawson Knox, by the way, his hand's still swollen, guys. His fucking hand's swollen. He's not 100%. Let's be real. Hopefully he gets better and better as weeks go on. His hand gets healthier or whatever. The swelling goes down. But he probably will play hurt the rest of the year with his hand. It probably won't be 100%. But man, Dawson Knox, man, for everybody that was talking all that shit about Dawson Knox going into this season, that we need a new tight end, that he drops everything, blah, blah. And listen, I'm a little guilty of it, but I wasn't so tough on Dawson Knox. I thought that he had a high ceiling if we can get him there. He just needed a little bit more time. I thought him going to the tight end university thing was a good move by him because it's something that he didn't have to do. It wasn't like coaching was like, oh man, you need to go to this tight end university or else in the offseason. Like he chose to do that. And any player that chooses to do something in the offseason when they don't have to better themselves for this football team, I'm all for it, guys. I'm all for it. Josh Allen does it every offseason. Diggs is a big worker in the offseason. That's how your team gets better. That's how players get better. It's about, the effort to improve yourself, right? So I think Dawson Knox has shown, that this season. Like he really has, guys. Josh believes in him. He's sure-handed this season for the most part. And he runs good routes. I can't complain. I think Dawson Knox is turning into a very reliable tight end. He is. So I'm glad we have him. And let's just hope he stays healthy because we're going to need him. We will need Dawson Knox. Scott, Knox broke a Bills record for most touchdowns in the season by tight end. Hey, there you fucking go. Scott with the info there. Scott with the stat there. I didn't even know that. Thank you, Scott. See? That's what I'm talking about. Scott Blakely, man. Patrick Knox is a solid tight end. Yeah, he's turning into one. He really is. Patrick, I'm sorry. Question: did Josh run too quickly today, or is that how he usually plays? What do you mean, like take off? I don't know what you mean by that. Like take off from the pocket to run. If that's what you mean, no. I want Josh Allen out of the pocket more. Last season, I'm not sure if you watched us too much last season, but the offensive line blocked very well for Josh Allen. The pass blocking was very good. There was times Josh Allen will be sitting in the pocket, literally just standing there with lots of time. This season, not that way. This season, Josh Allen standing in the pocket is not happening. Stepping up into the pocket is not happening because the offensive line is getting bullied back. I need Allen to get out of the pocket more. So I don't mind him rolling out, running around a little bit more to buy the receivers time to get open. I think Allen is one of the best at it, throwing on the run, right? So to answer your question, if that was your question, no, I like that. I think Allen runs better actually when it's not a design run. When Allen is just playing backyard type of football, he doesn't see something he likes and he has the option to take off. That's the Allen that I like, right? The design runs I hate. I honestly, here and there fine, but you gotta listen, guys. Football is longevity, right? Josh Allen will not last long in this league if we continue to run him. It's not going to happen. Like injuries eventually will catch up. You guys know this, right? From look at any running quarterback. They all don't last for the most part. They all get banged up in time, right? You got to be one tough son of a bitch to last long in this league and play that style of football. It's just, and I don't want to risk it. I don't. So dial back the design runs and let Allen decide when he wants to run. I think that's Allen's best when he just runs without it being a play call or RPO. You saw the RPO tonight. It's dangerous, fucking really dangerous. Patrick, Josh is probably the best dual threat quarterback. Yeah, thank you, Patrick. 100%, bro. He really is. Bullseye. I just realized the Bills are only one loss more than this time last year. I guess I've been sleeping. Yeah. Listen, it's not even going to be sleeping. It's just, I think we had such high expectations going in to this season, and then losing to some bad teams, right? And getting blown out by like the Colts, shook us, right? And it's understandable. The offensive line is a disaster. Now we're kind of nitpicking a little bit, but you got to, right? You have to when we're a Super Bowl type of team, right? When people are picking us to go to the Super Bowl. It is what it is. Listen, if we weren't favored to go to the playoffs or something, or people weren't like pegging us to go to the Super Bowl, then a lot of this criticism probably wouldn't be so much on the Buffalo Bills. But it's because we have such high expectations. We're going to get criticized, guys, more, right? Because let's just say hypothetically this was the 2019 Buffalo Bills, and we were the same record. I don't know if we'd be criticized as much because we didn't have these high expectations. That's just my feelings. You guys could think what you want, but that's how I see it, right? Scott, Patrick, you were Scott. I think you guys are talking. Let's see here. Bulls, I think it was the losses seem more uglier this year. Yeah, well, they have because listen, like I said, we know who we are, right? We had high expectations. We know we should beat the fucking Jaguars, right? Like, come on. We know we should have beat the Steelers, right? It was because of the red zone, right? Like, we shot ourselves in the foot there. The Jaguar game, it's like we just weren't prepared, right? Boom. Like, that's just a total team loss, right? Except for the defense. I'll take that back. The defense did their job. Offensively, we didn't, like, I don't know where the hell we were sleeping, apparently, against that Jags game. The Tennessee game, the red zone, once again, cost us the game. I know the defense didn't play that well, but if we're better in the red zone, guys, we win, right? These are facts. Like, these aren't excuses. These are just facts. And then the Colts game, we just got blown the fuck out. Let's be real. It was the first game all season that the Buffalo Bills were beat. It was a total team loss, right? On everybody, the coaches, the defense, special teams, offense, right? We just didn't come to play. Today's game was a total team win, right? I think we can all agree with that. Special teams, right? They did their job today. Offense did their job. The defense did their job. I thought the offensive line played average, which is fine. Like, that's all I expect from an average offensive line. Just play average. I'm cool with that. And I thought they did that today, which I'm good. Play like that. We'll find a way to win. Let's see here. I think you guys are talking. Okay. Josh is 6'5", 250. He's a big boy, by the way. Let's see here. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anybody. Chad, I apologize, man. I'm just ranting, going on and on. Hey, I'm glad this isn't me pissed off and you guys aren't pissed off tonight, right? This is a much better live post game Correct. But I do want to get into a few other things real quick on this team. So I thought today the special teams showed up on both sides, right? Defense too, and it seems like we're doing these kicks. I could be wrong, but it seems like they're having Tyler Bass purposely kick it short so we could pin teams down before the 20. It just seems that way. Like we all know Tyler Bass can kick it out of the end zone. There's no way that he is kicking these short. Like it's just no way. Like it has to be a game plan for him to kick these football short of the end zone. And it's working, guys. It's working. I think our defense is getting down our special teams. And look, I think today, I could be mistaken, but it was like 2 or 3 times we had them in the 15, 17. Beautiful. It's way better than having a 25, right? Pushing them back a little bit more. Saran Neal, once again, man, is a bulldog on special teams. Love Saran Neal. So kudos. Big ups to special teams today. If I had to grade them, I grade them A minus because of the muff punt recovery. If you didn't have that, I would say they did a solid A job today. The special teams, that whole. Thought they did very well. Offensively, if I had a grade offensively for the Buffalo Bills, I didn't think they played great, but I thought they played good, very good. I thought Dable's play calling was good. Wasn't great, but it was good. So I would say B minus. I thought they did good enough. I thought the play calling was good, so B minus. And the defense, listen, it was against the Saints who are banged up. But they still got an A. They still got an A. They held them to 6 points. What more can you ask for? They did their job. Everybody did their job tonight. And by the way, how good is it to have Tremaine Edmonds back? Because there's a lot of Bills Mafia I do see on Twitter, especially. A lot of Bills Mafia, they're torn with Tremaine Edmonds. Like some are like, don't pay him. He's overrated or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, and there's some that love Tremaine Edmonds. I think Tremaine Edmonds is a young talent that's going to get better. Everybody fails to realize he's only like 23 years old. Like he's younger than some of the guys we drafted this season, right? He's been on the team. So he's only going to get better, guys. He's only going to get better. He's definitely a keeper. I mean, he is. Now I don't want to way overpay for him. But I think we're going to give him a contract. I think he's going to stay, and it's good because look, for as much as I was telling you guys I love Klein, and Klein, listen, he's done an excellent job. He's a professional. Every time he comes in, he needs to fill in. I feel like he does his job. But if you're going to compare the two, you can't. You can't. Tremaine Edmonds is better than Klein right now. You guys know that. He's bigger, faster, stronger. We need Tremaine in there. Matt Milano, by the way, has earned every bit of his contract. Every fucking bit of his contract. He makes great tackles. Tonight, by the way, much better tackling. Much better. It wasn't this weak ass arm tackling. Like they were actually doing their job. I thought Mario Addison played very well tonight. He made some key stops. He made, I think he had a couple sacks or 1 sack. I gotta look. Let me see here. Let me see if the defense brung tonight for us. So defense, I want to say, yeah. So defense, Mario Addison had 1 sack. Ed Oliver had a half. And then I believe they gave Obata a half sack. So, no, it was I thought the defense favored. We're not a sack team, by the way. We're a pressure team. Get pressure on the quarterback. We're just not. I don't know what it is. We can't get to the fucking quarterback. It's so frustrating, but it is what it is, man. We're just not. We just don't. I think Addison leads our team in sacks, and he has 5. It is what it is, guys. We just. I mean, maybe next season. I don't know. Or it's the. We even sent Tremaine on a kind of a blitz. I'm not sure if it was a blitz or he just read it right. Still couldn't get there. So it's just not what we do, apparently. Patrick, Ryan Tannehill threw his 4 interceptions to Texans when we leave them. Oh, okay, you guys are going back and forth. So, yeah, let's get to that. I'm not going to get dive too deep into it because I'm going to get into it again Saturday. Well, the next Saturday. But, yeah, listen, the Patriots, they're rolling right now, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and be a rah-rah fan and be like, "Oh, we're gonna kill the Patriots." Uh, the Patriots right now are playing very sound football, disciplined football. That's something the Bills were not doing too well today. Oh, by the way, I thought we were very disciplined today with penalties. I got to look it up how many penalties we had, but I didn't see too much laundry on the field tonight. I thought we did a much better job because we're bad this year in penalties. We have not been playing disciplined football, and I thought tonight we played very disciplined football, and it was good to see because we're shooting ourselves in the foot every time. I do want to say one thing about one player, uh, Deion Dawkins. We just snow up already. Like, dude, you're better than this. Um, of course, could it be he's still kind of recovering from the COVID thing? It's very possible, guys. It's very possible. That's why I don't want to totally shit on him for his play this season. Because who knows? He was in the hospital for a while, guys. Maybe he's just getting everything still together, stamina, right? It's maybe it's not 100% yet because he don't look right. Like he's not the Deion Dawkins we all know. He's a better football player than this. He's just having a rough. I think he's having a kind of a rough season, and he is our best offensive lineman. But tonight, like the one guy whiffed past him, he had to hold his jersey. He got called for a penalty. He's done that quite a few times this season. So, he's been pushed back quite a few times, like bullied around a little bit. And that could, like I said, bro, who knows? That could just be something like his stamina's not 100% yet. Maybe he doesn't have, his full strength back. It's very possible. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Come on, Snowman. We we need you, bud. Like we need you. This offensive line needs you because right now you're the best. I mean, on our team, on the offensive line. Hey, it is what it is, guys. Like he is. And Mitch Morse, I thought tonight did a good job. I got to say, Cody Ford, who I'm not very high on, I thought played very well tonight. He didn't play great, but I thought Cody Ford played good. Ike Bucker, he did okay. I'm still not a fan. God, I cannot wait for Mongo to get back. Bucker is just not the guy. But he did okay tonight. I gotta say, played average. That's all I wanted. Daryl Williams, another guy who is not living up to his contract. Totally not living up to his contract. I don't know. I don't think he'll be on the team next season. I'll be real with you. I think there's a way they can get out of the contract too. Something in the contract. So we got to shake it up next season. To be real with you guys, on offense. Even maybe Mitch Morse. I think Mitch Morse won't even be. I think Mitch Morse might retire. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I don't fuck shit. I don't know the guy, but in my opinion, I think it's time for a new center. I think it's time. Definitely, we got our right tackle in place. Right, Spencer Brown looks like the real deal. But right guard, we need to fill that because Daryl Williams he's okay at best. He's not worth the contract. Left guard, we got to. Mongo's not the answer. I like him, I do, but and I wouldn't even mind him staying on the team as coming in just in case we need him or something like that for an injury or something. But he's not a good starter. He's just not. I thought he's take a step back this year. He's not playing with that meanness, that the grit that he had last year when he came back. I thought he was like our big bulldog, man. Like the dude was like, bulldozing people. He was like it was actually a big help for the line last season. This season he's definitely regressed, but he's better than Bacher, better than fucking Bacher. So yeah, man. But yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna get to the chat. I'm sorry, guys, man. I don't know if you guys are all talking to amongst each other, or like I think you guys are talking there. Let's see here. Bullseye was laughing. I forgot who gets the penalty, but it was a shirt grab. That was Deion Dawkins. Yes, bullseye. That was Dawkins. That's the that's the call I'm telling you. The guy totally whiffed past him. I mean, listen, I'm glad he had to do what he had to do so the quarter, Josh Allen doesn't get killed. I mean, I get it, right? You know what I mean? But God, it was so bad. The guy went right past, bro. He went right past him. And yeah, it's one of those things, man. But I will say this: we don't play till following Monday. Got a good break here, guys. Right, 10 days. Right, this is good for us right now because we have a lot of guys that need to come back, a ton. And let me tell you guys something. This Patriots team, like I was saying, listen, guys, they're playing disciplined, hard-nosed football. They are a running team. They are a 2 tight end set team. Their defense is legit for sure. They're gonna bring it. And our offensive line better be right for that game because it's gonna be a long day in Buffalo if it's not. I talked about this last week when I did the Colts post game show. Right now, like honestly, we are not built this team to play in Buffalo with the conditions, right? We are not. We are soft up front. We lose in the trenches, both on the offense side and the defense side. For some reason, when it's raining, pouring, and cold and windy, we need to run the ball. We need to do things like tonight, where it's a little bit of mixture of everything. And if our offensive line is getting bullied around at home because of those conditions, and teams are more prepared to play us at home, I'd rather be on the road in the playoffs because what does it benefit us at that point? But you know what I mean? Like, I told you guys we were going to win tonight and we were going to look good offensively because we were playing in a dome. Like, this was perfect. Josh Allen, there was no, the wind wasn't catching Josh Allen's passes. The ball wasn't slipping out of, our hands, right? Defensively, like I said, the Saints weren't looking to run, even though they couldn't. But you guys get my point. If New England comes to Buffalo and they're prepared and we're not prepared, offensive line is not right, we're going to lose that game. We will lose that game. It'll look just like the Colts game. Because that's how the Patriots play. And the Patriots will get on Josh Allen's ass quickly. And Josh Allen, because he's Josh Allen, will play his hero ball, which I don't mind. But it's just these are facts. And you're going to see turnovers if our offensive line can't do their job. If they cannot play average. I just need them to play average against the Patriots. And I think we will be okay, guys. If they don't play average when we play the Patriots on Monday Night Football, it's going to be an ugly game. And we are going to be back on here bitching about this offensive line because that's what it's going to boil down to. Bitching about the offensive line and bitching about Brian Dable's play calling. Because here's the deal. Brian Dable has to finally realize and game plan for an average offensive line that we have. He has to. He has to put Josh Allen in a better position. You have to. It's not, I understand it's not Dable's fault. He's not the offensive line coach. He didn't bring his offensive lineman in. But this is who we got, guys. There is no magical free agent waiting in the wings to come to play for Buffalo. This is it. So Brian Dable's job as an offensive coordinator is to game plan around our average offensive line. And I thought tonight he did that. Short passes. Let your playmakers make the plays, right? You don't need to go deep every fucking time. Matter of fact, the announcers tonight, Drew Brees and the other guy, I forget who the other guy was. They even mentioned that at one point, like that we haven't really forced the ball in this game down deep. We weren't throwing deep a lot. We were just Josh Allen was taking what was given, the slants to Beasley, digs on some curls. Perfect. That's what I want to see, guys. Let your playmakers do their job, right? It's okay to do a check down here and there. I don't listen. If it gets us 3-4 yards, that's okay. Like we can keep going. We could drive down the field that way. That's all right. We don't need chunk yards every time. Peter. Yes, happy Thanksgiving, Peter. I said that in the beginning, but if you just joined, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, man. I went to Golden Corral. Listen, I was crossing my fingers, guys, for the Golden Corral buffet because I went in 2019 when before the COVID thing happened. And let me backtrack. I went in 2016 and it was fine. They had the turkey, right? They're cutting the turkey up. They had somebody slicing the turkey. Legit. I had no complaints. I went in 2019 and bro, they had fucking banquet like turkey. I don't know if you guys know what banquet is. Frozen dinners in your local grocery store. No joke. That was what they had. Like this thin ass fake processed turkey. And I was so fucking pissed. $20 down the drain. You're looking for like a fucking good meal because I don't listen. I don't have family where I live or whatever. So there's no cooking for me. I don't know how to cook. So I gotta find a place, and that's the only place. So, but oh my god, guys, it was fucking awful. And I didn't go obviously in 2020 because of the whole COVID thing because it was closed or whatever. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go again. Let's hopefully they got real turkey. And thank God they had real turkey this time. Fucking jeez Louise. They had somebody cutting the turkey. I said, thank Jesus. But yes, I enjoyed my meal tonight. Finally. Good Lord. It's nothing like some good Thanksgiving. So I hope all y'all had the same, or better than me, home cooking at least. A good Thanksgiving dinner. But yes, Pete, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Guys, I'm gonna be on Saturday at 7:30. AFC Shakedown. And I'm gonna have Curtis from Ace Per Head join me. It should be a really good show. Captain D, Trevor and Juan, which from the Sports Dynasty, they do the Patriots. They do their Patriots live shows. That should be a very entertaining show. And by the way, guys, Patriots play the Titans this weekend. Titans been handling their business without Derrick Henry. So who do you guys want to win? I'm going for the Titans. I have to because we need to get back in the AFC East, right? Like we have to because right now we're not winning the AFC like total. We're not going to be number one. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it boils. Maybe we wind up going on this roll and we wind up, winning, going number one seed. But as of right now, just win the AFC East, man, and get into the playoffs. That's all I care about. I don't care what seed we are, right? That's all I want. Just get me in the seed. Get me in the playoffs, man, and hopefully we can do our damage there. Bullseye. Titans wins close game 24-21. The way they've been playing, I can't count them out. But geez, the Patriots, like I told you guys, every time I say I'm counting them out, they're winning. Like they're doing everything right. They're doing everything right by their rookie quarterback, which listen, in the beginning of the season, I got to admit, like I did not think, I thought they were an 8-win team. 9 at best. I thought the Dolphins were going to win 9 to 10 games, something like that, and just miss the playoffs. And I thought we were going to win the East by at least 3 games, 3-4 games. I really believe that. And here we are, guys. Here we fucking are, half game out, right? We're officially tied right now, right? Until the Patriots play. So I guess we're tied right now. But we need the Patriots to lose, and it'd be good if they did. Going into Buffalo, maybe they, I don't know. But right now, defensively is what makes that team, the Patriots. I'm not worried about their offense. I'm not. I'm going to be real with you guys. And I'm just not. Like, I think defensively we match up well versus them. We do. Mac Jones does not throw deep. He doesn't. He relies on his tight ends a lot. He throws a lot of short passes. He just plays. He's a game manager as of right now, that's no knock on Mac Jones, by the way. If anyone's in here, it's a Mac Jones fan. No, not a knock on him. He's a rookie quarterback. He's playing the best. He's the best rookie quarterback in the league right now, right? Out of that draft class. And they're doing the right thing by him because they don't have good receivers in New England. That's just the truth. I'm not trying to shit on that team. I'm just being honest. They are a tight end running back team. And Mac Jones is a game manager, and that's okay. They're winning football games because their defense is putting them in good position, good field position. They're not asking Mac Jones to do a lot, right? But I feel like we match up very well against the Patriots. It's their defense that worries me because I don't know where our offensive line right now, like I said, it's either average, below average, or god awful. Like, that's how they've been playing. I have yet to see anything better than average. But just, like I said, and I keep saying it, give me average offensive line play, and I think we can work around that. I really believe we can. Anything below that, we are in trouble. Like, I don't care who we play, we are in trouble. And I got to say, dating back to some games, when it kind of got exposed, like really exposed, I thought our offense was doing very well, even with the Titans' loss. I thought the O-line played a little above average, actually. We put up a lot of points. We should have won that game if it wasn't for the red zone. But after that game, we had a bye week. We played the Dolphins, and I thought the Dolphins exposed this offensive line. Whatever scheme they ran up, which was a high-pressure blitz, their defensive front outmuscled our offensive line. And they brought a great game plan, and I think other teams caught on. And I think Jacksonville saw how we played against Dolphins. Even though we won, we didn't look hot. I remember talking about that game, saying, man, our offensive line was just getting ridiculously pushed back in Josh Allen's face. By the way, Josh Allen leads the league in swatted passes. Why is that? That's because the offensive line is getting back into Josh Allen, right? So for as tall as he is, he's still getting swatted passes because they're right there in his grill. And Dolphins did that over and over and over. And I think the Jags saw that, and they just muscled us, man. That's all they did. And then we played the Jets, who the Jets are awful. So they weren't going to muscle anyone. And then the Colts, they beat us at our own game in Buffalo in that environment. And we weren't built to play in that environment, and it showed. So I thought they had a perfect game plan. By the way, if you guys watch the 2019 Eagles versus Bills, same scenario, guys. We were the better football team, playing at home, favored to win. And Philly went in there with a game plan that suited them for that environment and beat us pretty good. And Dable had no answers. So I'm hoping when we play New England, their offensive line plays average, and Dable has a good game plan because he's going to need it. He's going to need it. You guys know this. New England is going to bring it. They bring it every week against every team they play, right? They don't get blown out. Even with their losses, they're all close. So expect that. Expect a close game because I don't think New England is going to light it up on us offensively. But it's going to all boil down to our offense. Because listen, guys, this could be a 16-3 game we lose. I'm being real with you. Or it could be a 27-16 game we win. Or 24-16. Something like that. I'm just saying. So offensive line has to wake up. Hopefully we have Spencer Brown back. Right? Hopefully maybe Mongo is back. Where we finally have our full offensive line ready. Right? Like, that's key. And then hopefully Dable sticks to this mindset like today, where he's mixing in the run a little bit more and keeping the defense honest. That's all it's about. Listen, we know it's neither one of these guys are going to have this amazing hole where they're going to take it to the house 75 yards. It's not going to happen. But they play average. Maybe they pick up 3 or 4 yards on a carry. And then now we're at second down and 6. That's fine. Right? We can work with that. That's exactly what happened today, guys. Look, rewatch the game or think about it in your head how the game went. Exactly how it went. Singletary, 3-4 yards, right? Breida, 2 or 3 yards, right? A little out, 3 or 4 yards. That's all we were doing today. Boom, 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 boom. Short, quick passes, letting your playmakers get involved, running the ball a little bit more. That's what I want to see when we play the Patriots. You have to. You have to. You cannot throw 50 times versus the Patriots. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, especially in Buffalo, because more than likely it's going to be windy, maybe snowing, maybe raining, but it ain't going to be a perfect, beautiful day in Buffalo in December. Not going to happen. I'm just telling you guys. So they better prepare. We got 10 days, guys. 10 days. If we come out flat after a 10-day break, 10 days of preparing at home, and we come out flat like the Colts game, I will probably call the season there. I will. Because you got to win. You have to win that game. You have to. If we get blown out, look bad, this is who we are, guys. Then I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. I don't. But I also gotta be a realist. You guys know, many of you guys know, you guys have been watching this team for a long, long time. It's disappointment, sucks, but we're used to it by now, guys. Bills fan, I did like seeing some plays with 12 personnel. Yes, 100%. 100%. Like I said, man, mix it up with Breida and Singletary. I think Moss is good for a healthy scratch again. I like that combination. I do. It brings a little different style running attack when Breida's in the game and when Singletary's in the game. It also opens up play action better because, guys, play action won't work if we've only rushing 3 times and we're in the third quarter. No defense is going to be like, oh, they're finally running it. Like, no, we're not. Like, RPOs don't work when we never hand the ball to the running back. That's why I hate RPOs. Because the defense is going, yeah, Josh is keeping it. Because they're never giving the ball to the running back. Like, if I'm the defense, let's be real, guys. And they're running an RPO. I'm focused all on Josh Allen. Because I'm saying to myself, well, they ran it like 3 times. We're already in the third quarter. Like, why would now they're going to start running it? Like, they're not going to do it. Right? Like, it's not happening. We're just focused on Josh Allen on this RPO. And that's why it's getting blown up every single time. I've seen RPOs that he could have handed the ball to Singletary, and it was a massive hole. He could have took it to the house probably. But the defense is so focused on Allen because they don't believe in it that we're going to run. They squashed the play, So you got to start trusting your running backs a little bit more. They're going to get something. I listen, Singletary, by the way, this is going to be a crazy stat I'm throwing at you guys. I got to look now because it could be updated because today he didn't have the greatest average. But going into the game, he was averaging 5 yards a carry. That's not bad. Guys, that's not bad. Think about it. 5 yards a carry for the shitty average offensive line. You guys, that's not bad. That is not bad. That's why I keep telling everybody that's complaining about, we need a running back. We need to draft a running back. We need to run it. It's not the running back. It's not. It's the offensive line and it's the play calling. Those two things, it's what's holding these running backs back. Is what's putting our offense in danger. Today was perfect, guys. That was a very good game plan. That's what I want to see. That's all I want to see. And that's really all I got to say about that, man. And yeah, Spencer will be back. Cross my fucking fingers that he will be back. Because we fucking isn't that funny, guys? Like he wasn't even supposed to start, Spencer Brown. He was supposed to be one of those players that like they saw the potential, but he was probably just gonna, you know, be a rotational player or maybe even practice squad. But our offensive line is so bad, and he's still learning. Like he's not even there yet, guys. And we are relying on him. We need Spencer Brown. Like that's how bad the offensive line is. When you didn't even expect this guy to play or start, and we're all like, "Oh God, please, Spencer Brown, we need you back." You know, like that's my point on this line. Like that's why we need to seriously address this offensive line uh, after the season's over. You have to. You cannot keep going with this offense. You can't. Brandon Beane, like for his, I give him so much credit for what he's done here. But the one thing he's failed at, and it's been an issue. It's not like this hasn't been an issue. We're all shocked. The offensive line's been bad. Let's be real. They've been bad for 3 years. And he's yet to kind of address that, right? He's yet to address it. And he has to now. You have to address it. And by the way, there's another position, cornerback. You have to address that. I thought the Boogie Basham pick was a mistake. I do. You didn't need to go back to back edge. How's that working out for you? I'm not saying Boogie won't be a good player in this league. I'm just saying, like right now, we need a fucking offensive lineman. We need a cornerback right now. Like, you know, it's not the time to stash players away in the draft for like potential future use. Like, we're in a win now mode mentality, right? It would have been, there was a lot of good corners still in the second round. There's good offensive linemen still available. And you totally passed on it. Totally. We got lucky with Spencer Brown. I don't think he expected that. I'll be real with you. I don't think he I know he didn't. I know he didn't expect Spencer Brown to be a starter this season. That was not their goal with Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown was kind of a project offensive lineman. He had kind of little experience. He didn't even play his last year in college. Think about it. He didn't even play the last season in college. And he's our starter now because we have to. Brandon Beane has to address this. You have to. I don't even care. Free agency, fine. Spend the money. Figure it out, man. Trade for an offensive lineman. I don't know. Yeah, you got to address it. You got to stop being so picky about your draft picks as well. If there's a trade available for a good offensive lineman or cornerback, you might have to trade a draft pick you might not want to get rid of. But you might have to do it. Just like the Stephon Diggs. You did it for Stephon Diggs because that was the right decision. And everybody gives you credit for that. Nobody's going, "Oh, you could have had Jefferson." Of course not. We all give you credit because Diggs proved him. He's damn good. But it's okay to trade a third round pick for a player you know is going to be a starter and help this team. I'm good with that. So he has to stop being so tough on negotiations and trades, man. Because I think sometimes that hurts him a little bit. Because man, we made 0 trades this year. 0. And I felt like we could have made some kind of moves to help this team. We didn't do anything. It just seems like they're like, "Hey, these are our guys. We're sticking with these guys. We love these guys." And you know, how many times do I got to hear the Cody Ford excuse over and over and over and over? You know, we still believe in him. You know, he's the guy. He's going to be okay. You know, he's not down. He's going to be fine. You know, he's that kind of player. Okay, we've heard it over and over, McDermott, about Ford. Nobody believes it at this point. We all know Cody Ford is a bust. Let's be real. So stop lying to us. We're not buying it anymore. Jack coming in. Bills made my turkey day even better. Yeah, so Jack, I don't know if you were here in time, but I do want to play one thing.
One more for the good guys.
100%. That's right. One more for the good guys, because we are the good guys, right? The good old red, white, and blue Buffalo Bills, Bills Mafia. By the way, I am proud of Bills Mafia for showing up full force in New Orleans. We were loud. We came. We represented very well. So thank you for those fans who showed up in New Orleans. I appreciate you guys. Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. I heard you. I heard you loud and clear on my surround sound. But let's see here. Pete coming in. Oh, I know. I knew it immediately. It was Spencer. Knew he was gonna be off the snap. Yeah, man. Spencer's when I talked about Spencer Brown after the draft, I looked at his film. What I liked about him was, man, he's a giant of a man who's very athletic. He could bend very well because he played basketball. I think he played tight end, I want to say, in high school. So he's very gifted athletically for as tall as he is. A lot of tall offensive linemen, they don't bend very well. And he can. He can get on the he's very like I said, he can get on the edge very well. He's a great run blocker, especially when we do those toss plays or screen, we ever do screen passes. He's very good at getting to the outside. Very good. That's something that Darrell Williams struggled with. Darrell Williams is not good at getting to the outside edge. He's just not. He's not gifted athletically like that. Darrell Williams is way better at right guard. Way better. That's why we need Spencer Brown back, because Darrell Williams at right tackle and Cody Ford at guard, it's just not working, guys. It's just not. We need that back. That's why we need that back. I missed half. Oh, Jack, come on, man. I missed half the show. I had to kick everybody out of the house. Yeah. I appreciate you being here. I do. I do, Jack. Oh, shit, man. Let's see here. Did I get with the pen? Yeah, I did get with that. I'm sorry. I'm just looking to see if I missed any bullseye. Breida has got some feet. Yeah. Breida has speed. We all know this, by the way. It's not like surprise, like, oh my God, Breida's pretty fast. Like, Breida's legit fast. Like, that dude's he can run. Like, I think he set was it him? I think that set the record in the combine. I think, or he close to it with the 40-yard dash. I think he ran like a 4.3, I think. We all know he's fast. The only problem with Breida, I don't think he's an every down back. I don't think he's as elusive as Devin Singletary, and I don't think he takes a better hit than Singletary, like yards after contact. I think Devin Singletary is better at that, picking up the extra yards when hit, yards after contact. I think Breida's better at getting to the outside edge because he's so quick, and that's something Singletary struggles in. He's just not fast. Singletary's not slow, though. He's just not fast. But I think Singletary is a better I think he's a better back, like primary back, if that makes any sense to you guys. But I don't mind, like I said, if you look at the carries tonight, by both of them, right? Devin Singletary, 15 carries. Matt Breida, 9. That's good, guys. Like, I'm good with that. I am totally cool with that. Keep that up, because combined, look, 44 yards for Singletary, 26 by Breida. So what is that? 44, 54, 64, 70 yards, I think, combined. If I'm doing the math right, it's late, guys. So if I did the math wrong, I'm sorry. But that's fine. I'm cool with that. I am totally okay with that. Especially, guys, I keep going back, repeating myself, especially with this offensive line. I'm totally cool with that. And look at the score. Look at the score. Look what we did. That was good fundamental football. That was good play calling, like by Dable. Like, that's what I want to see. exactly one of those ones. The only thing I didn't like, let's see. I'm going to go back to it, guys, because you guys know me in this. The red zone. 2 for 4. 2 for 4. Can't have that. Can't have that. 3 for 4, I'm good with, man. 2 for 4. That's where you're shooting yourself. Let's say this game is close, hypothetically. Man, 7's better than 3. I'm just saying. One of those red zones were a turnover, by the way. We didn't even get 3. You got nothing. We got to clean that up. It's been an issue all season. Red zone has been dreadful. Dreadful. That's on table. That's on play calling. Fix it, table. Get the right personnel in there to get points on the board. Right? To get a touchdown. Right? What do you got? This has been an ongoing issue since week 1. We are in week 12. It's still a problem against the Saints, against the Jaguars. By the way, 0 for 1. We would have won that game if we would score a touchdown. We beat the Jaguars. The Steelers, 2 for 6. We'd have won that game. If we scored even half of the touchdown, we would have won that game. The Titans game, 2 for 5. We would have won that game if it wasn't for the red zone. We're shooting ourselves in the foot every time we get into the red zone. It's not good because we're better than that. We were, I think, top 10 last year in the red zone. We were a very good team last year. This season, not so much. Got to play better in the red zone, guys. Got to do it. Especially if we make the playoffs. Can't leave points off the board in the playoffs. These teams don't give a fuck. We will lose very quick. We will be booted right out of the playoffs. Can't do that. Andrew. Bills play better in a dome. Get a retractable roof stadium where you have options to play outside or inside. Give them the options. Yes, but it's not going to happen. I'm all for that. A lot of Bills Mafias, they don't want it. Outside, that's where we're, home field. We like it's playing our home, and this is the, it's better for us. And blah, 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 blah. Listen, not now. Not now. It ain't. Fuck no. We're not built to play in this fucking weather. Fuck no. Are you kidding me? We're like the least, probably one of the worst teams in the NFL to play in that environment. I'm not even joking. One of the worst. But they're not going to do it, Andrew, because it's not about, don't get it twisted. It's not about home field. Like, oh, we're having teams come to us in the snow and it benefits us. No, it benefits the Bagulas, whoever's putting money into the stadium, because they don't want to spend the extra money for a retractable roof or a dome. Let's be real. That's the truth. At the end of the day, it has nothing to do with, teams have to come to Buffalo and blah, blah. No, nothing to do with that. So all I can tell you is this: it's gonna be a little while before the new stadium is built, and it's not gonna have a roof or a retractable roof. I can promise you. But you got a little time, Brandon Bean, to build a team, an offensive line that can play in this environment in Buffalo in November, December, January, when it's starting to get really bad, when the winds are swirling, where even as good as Tyler Bass is going to kick field goals that are going to sail on him. For as good as Josh Allen throws, and for as strong as he throws, the ball is going to get away from him. For as good as Stephon Diggs is, Josh Allen throws darts. He's not going to catch all of them. They're going to be wet football. You got to run. You got to win in the trenches. We're not built that way on the offensive line, and we're not built that way on the defensive line. So if you want to have that open roof so bad, to have teams come play us in December, right, in January, then you got to build. You got to build a better offensive line and a defensive line. You have to. You have to. This is not the late 80s and early 90s Bills, where we had monster offensive linemen and defensive linemen. Big dudes, right, that could play in that environment, that bust their ass in the trenches, because that's where the game was won. Let's be real. Let's be totally honest with each other right now. That's how the game was won, right? We don't have a Richie Incognito who's a fucking bulldog motherfucker who it don't matter what environment. He's fucking going to rip your head off. We don't have that. We don't have that. Maybe Spencer Brown might turn into that, but that's only one guy. Only one guy right now, guys. We need a whole line. We need a lot of those guys, right? To play in Buffalo. Because you're right. If I'm Buffalo and I can afford a retractable roof or dome, I get it. I fucking get it. 100%, no doubt, but they're not. Comes down to money. Comes down to money. It's not going to happen. And listen, it is fun to watch those games. No lie. It's fun to watch when the snow is coming down. It's fucking cool, man. But not if you're losing. Not if you're getting your ass fucking handed to you. Then it's terrible. I don't want to watch that fucking garbage. You want to watch what happened last week versus the Colts? Where we get fucking beat up at home because we can't play in that environment? Fuck no. They could have ran the ball the whole time. Not thrown one pass. And they would have beat us the same way. The same way. Our team played soft on both sides in the trenches. Terrible. They're not built that way. We don't have big defensive linemen. Right? Star's out. And I don't even think Star's that big anymore. He lost weight. You know? We need big dudes down there, man. We do. We need big bruisers on an offensive line. We need them. We're just too soft. We're getting bullied. It's not going to work. Pete coming in. Indy waited for us a year. It has nothing to do with weather. Yeah, listen, Pete. Of course it does. Of course it does. It has everything to do. It has a lot to do with it. Indy would have beat us regardless, and you're right about this. Defensively, I thought we were outmatched regardless of the weather. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But let's say we play in Indy, hypothetically. And let's say our defense does a no-show. Same shit, right? Same shit, which probably would have happened, right? They're a good offensive line team. They have a hell of a running back. But you don't think our offense would have played better in Indianapolis in better conditions? I'm being for real here. You don't think so? You think that the receivers dropped that many passes? You think our offense stinks that whole game? I don't think so. I think we play a little better offensively. We do. That was a very tough game for Josh Allen, any quarterback. I'll give you a prime example. Like I said, the Eagles game. Eagles came to Buffalo. Guess who the quarterback was? Carson Wentz, right? He had pretty much the same stats against us in Buffalo in 2019 that he had 2 years later against us in 2021. He didn't need to pass. They ran. By the way, it wasn't even fucking. It wasn't Jonathan Taylor. It was a guy. I don't even think he's in the league anymore. Howard, I think his name was, right? And then the rookie that year, forget his name. I have to go back to it. Sanders. What was the difference? Same thing. Look at our stats offensively in that 2019 Eagles game. Josh Allen threw for almost the same attempts. I was thinking it was like 35 attempts. We barely ran the ball. It was the same game plan offensively. The same thing. So, yes, defensively, it would have probably been the same thing. But offensively, let's say we had a dome. I don't think our offense would have been that bad. Just my opinion. I'm just throwing that out there. I could be wrong. I could be. It's just my opinion. Just throwing out. Listen, I'm not always right, guys. I don't work for the fucking NFL Network. I don't know. And listen, by the way, those guys, NFL Network, ESPN, fucking Fox Sports, their word is not gold and their opinion isn't always right? We all agree to disagree. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just saying. Andrew, well, when it comes to the weather, and Indy beat us in those conditions because they have a running game, and we don't have one, and the weather's not going to get better. Yes, it's not about the run game, though, Andrew. Andrew, our run game is not as bad as you think. I keep saying this. Devin Singletary is averaging 5 yards a carry. That's fine. It's the play calling when you only let him run the ball 3 times. Right? You got to run more than 3 times. You got to give it a chance if you're the offensive coordinator. Right? Come on now. The offensive line. You know it's not built for Buffalo. It's not the running backs. I don't want to hear that. I don't. Like, it may be your opinion, and I respect that. I will. I don't think the running backs are the issue. It's not. It's the offensive line, and it's the play calling. It 100%. Because go back to that Colts game. Devin Singletary had 3 attempts. 3. He averaged 5.7 yards a carry. That's fun. He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry. But he only got the ball 3 times. Matt Breida had 55 yards running on 5 attempts. He averaged 10 yards a carry. 10 point something, 10.1 or something. But he only had 5 carries. 8 carries total by our running backs. 8. You got to run more than that. If you look at the game today, I keep saying it. 15 carries by Singletary. Right? 15 carries by Singletary. Breida had 9. There's your difference, guys. There is your football game. Right there. I promise you, Andrew, I swear to God, if tonight, this game, Devin Singletary runs for 3 carries, Breida 5, we may win this game, but it ain't no fucking 31-6. It ain't no 31-6. I promise you. It's something like 12-6, 13-6. I swear to God. Because that's not how you play. You got to mix it up. You got to keep the defense honest. Even if you're not running the ball super well. Even if your offensive line is average. I will take those carries to mix it up. That's how you open up play action. That's how you keep the defense honest. That's how RPOs work better when you do an RPO. That's how screen passes start to work better. Look at the Matt Breida screen pass today. Finally, a fucking touchdown off a screen pass. Or even positive yards off a screen pass. Because you tried. You attempted. Right? You had the right guy in there, Matt Breida. That's fast enough. It'll work, right? Not Zach Moss, who's slow as shit. Right? Who runs in the back of his offensive lineman. This is what I'm talking about. This was a good game plan by Sean McDermott, by sitting Zach Moss and having Breida in there instead, by Dable mixing in the run a lot better this game. And I promise you, or at least I hope, that Monday night game when we play the Patriots, they don't do what we did against the Colts, which was 3 attempts by Devin Singletary. It will not work. It won't work. Okay? And listen, I keep telling you guys, I'm all good with a pass first concept for this team. I'm cool with that. But you got to run the ball more than 3 times in a game. You have to. Come on, man. This isn't fucking Madden football. That's what frustrates me with Dable. I keep saying it. It's like you didn't learn your lesson when we played the fucking Eagles in 2019, 2 years ago. They did the same, bro. It was like the same game plan. It's like Frank Reich watched that game and was like, I don't even need Carson Wentz to throw anything, really. Carson Wentz had 103 yards against us. Do you guys realize all the games we've lost this year? Go look them up. I challenge all of you guys. Go look them up. All the quarterbacks that we've faced, that we've lost, have all had average football games. Average to below average. They did nothing great. Nothing stood out. Nothing. All the games we lost. Every single one of them. Tannehill. Look at his stats. Go look at his stats. Look at Ben Roethlisberger's stats. Not good. Carson Wentz. 103 yards. I mean, just saying. Guys got we get beat because we don't game plan very well. and we don't do any in-game adjustments. Dable's terrible at that. I continue to tell you guys that. Jack, I've been watching this running back for Sacramento State Hornets. Hella good, but he gets no media coverage. I listen, if it's me, I get it, you guys. You guys keep going back to the running back. It's not the run. I'm telling you. If it's me, it's a mistake to draft a running back next year. If you can get one free agency and he's good, fine. Fine. I'm not saying like don't try to get a running back. I'm not saying that. Like if there's a good free agent running back out there, you know what I mean? You got to remember about the contracts. You don't want to overpay on a running back either. They don't stay very long on a team. You guys know that, right? Like, don't pay running backs like that. If I'm a GM, I'm not paying any. Look at Christian McCaffrey, right? Saquon Barkley, right? All these running backs that get paid, usually they don't last, bro. They don't last. Todd Gurley. It's true. That's why you draft a running back and you let him go after his contract's up. Rookie deal. And then you get another one, right? So my point is, even if you draft a running back and you have no offensive line, it's still going to look exactly like what it is now. No difference. There's no difference, guys. Zero. Okay? I'm telling you. Brandon Beane, next season, if I'm him and the draft, I'm going heavy on offensive line and cornerback. I am fucking stocking that motherfucker up, bro. I don't care how boring it looks in the draft. I don't care. Bill's friends like, oh, it's not an exciting pick. We need it. It all starts up front. I will continue to tell you that. It starts up front. The O-line. You win in the trenches. Jose coming in. Tommy, I didn't see a snap. I just got off from work. How do we look? Oh, man. Jose. Okay, Jose. I'll give you the quick rundown. We won 31-6. Obviously, you probably know the score. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving, Jose. Happy Thanksgiving for anyone who just popped in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Nothing but love. You guys are really helping me, by the way, on my channel. It's growing. Thank God. You know, I've been doing this a year, so I want to thank all you guys. Without you guys, obviously, it's impossible. Or I'm just talking to myself. And yeah, my channel is growing and pretty fast, so I appreciate you guys. But anyways, let me get back to the game. 31-6. What won us the game was average offensive line play, which is all I expect from an average offensive line. I thought they did average tonight. Dable play calling was extremely better. Devin Singletary, 15 carries. Matt Breida, 9. Right? That's how you mix it up. Josh Allen had 23 of 28. So they didn't crazy overpass him. They had Allen get rid of the ball a lot quicker, get it to his playmakers early. They were doing a lot of slants, a lot of hooks. They weren't pressing the ball downfield too much. That's how we won the game today. Very smart executed football, right? That's how we got to win with this offensive line. That's what I want to see. Defensively, we controlled the game. However, the Saints had nobody. They were very desperate, Jose. Very desperate. I mean, they had a terrible quarter. Let's be real. That quarterback is bad, okay? I think they picked him up on a fucking practice squad. They had no running back, no running game, no wide receivers, right? None. Except for a guy they call fucking Little Humphrey. Little Jordan Humphrey. I kept hearing that name all fucking night long. So you'll hear that, and it's in my fucking Little Jordan. Little Jordan. That's who they had. They had nobody. So, but our defense did their job. They did exactly what you're supposed to do against a banged up New Orleans Saints football team. And that's good. Like, this is something that we can all be happy about because we did our job on both sides of the ball against a team that we should have won 31-6. Like, we should have won 31-6. I'm good with that. If we would have won 10-6, I'd be fucking pissed. I would be. I'd be worried, pissed, and telling you guys a totally different thing right now than what I'm talking about right now. Andrew, yes, need a big free agent signing on the O-line and draft big offensive linemen. Yep, who have the same mentality like Spencer Brown and finally draft started running back. I mean, you don't necessarily need to draft. I'm telling you guys, Andrew, I'm being dead honest. You don't need to. You don't. You don't need a stud running back right now. Pile up on the offensive line, right? Pile up on them. Get a good offensive line. You're going to see way better runs from Singletary and if Breed is still here. If you do that and they're still so running backs, fine. You draft a running back the following year. Or you sign a free agent or whatever, if that's what you want to do. Or you trade for one. But I want to go running back in this coming up draft next season. I wouldn't. I don't think we need. That's the least worry right now on this team. Oh, by the way, defensive line as well. If Brandon Beane, offensive line, cornerback, defensive line. I am getting big boys in the trenches on both sides of the football. On both sides, because we still can't stop the run against good running teams, against offensive linemen who are built to run, right? Like the Colts, right? Those teams are going to beat us like every time if we don't get bigger on the line, if we can't win in the trenches. Dwight, any free agents, corners we can pick up? I don't know. I don't. If there is, I'll have to check. I'll be real with you. I don't know. Andrew, with Trey injury, we need to look at drafting and success. Yeah, listen, I just talked about that earlier, right? It was a huge mistake in this draft, in my opinion, going back-to-back edge rushers. Huge mistake. Why? You didn't need to do that. Like, I'm not saying Boogie, like I said, I'm not saying Boogie won't be a good player in this league, but he's one of those stash players. They draft him to stash him. Listen, I would have preferred you guys draft an offensive lineman or cornerback. There was plenty of guys available in the second round. I thought that was a bad move. Like when that draft pick came through, because I was doing a live with hashtag, I was in shock. I was quiet. I couldn't believe it. There was a lot of good players. Like I said, a lot of good corners still available, because this last draft had a lot of good cornerbacks. And I thought there was some good offensive linemen that we still could have picked up. And they went back-to-back edge. Why? What do you like? I don't understand it. And what is that doing right now for this football team? That pick, that Boogie pick. Nothing. Doesn't even suit up. Nothing. Does nothing. Zero. It's a bad pick, in my opinion. Maybe it'll pan out in the future, and that's what they're hoping for, right? He maybe a future, he'll be in the future side by side with Gregory, and it'll work out. But as of right now, in my opinion, bad pick. Bad pick. Bad pick. There was other players. I think there was other positions you could have filled that were needed than back-to-back edge rushers, and one of them's not even playing. I don't get it. Pete, nobody's coming in. Our team is what we have. Yes, Pete, 100%. I don't think there's anybody of it at this point. There's nobody of it. I would expect maybe we pick up a practice squad guy from somebody else's team or something like that, but there's nobody out there, guys. Like, that's it. And to be honest with you, I thought Brandon Beane was really stingy at the trade deadline. Very stingy. Like I think he's like sold on like his roster. You know what I mean? Like he's just like, these are the guys, and I have faith in my guys. Like he's a little bit too much sold on what we have. Can't do that, bud. Great, he's a great GM, guys. I'm not shitting on him. I fucking thank God we have him. So I don't want you guys to get twisted on that. Brandon Beane and fucking Sean McDermott have turned this fucking football team around, and thank fucking God. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. We don't have them. We're a shit team still. Let's be real here. So don't get it twisted when I'm talking about it was a bad pick, blah, blah, blah. I'm not shitting on Brandon Beane, but he's human, right? Everybody makes mistakes, right? Everybody. The Wyatt Teller was a mistake, right? But listen, guys, no GM's perfect. You're going to make mistakes, right? I thought letting Quentin Spain go was a mistake. And that's, by the way, that's on Sean McDermott. that mistake because I believe what happened, of course, it never came out, but I believe they benched Quentin Spain early, and he had every right to be pissed. You trusted Cody Ford. You put Cody. I mean, it was like, how'd that work out for you? So, of course, listen, Quentin Spain, at the end of the 2019 season, was the first player I remember coming out saying, look, I don't even want to go to any other team. I want to get a deal done. I want to be here. And at that time, he was one of our best offensive linemen. That dude was a big dude, and he was a hell of an offensive lineman, in my opinion. And he was true to his word, you guys. True to his word. He didn't go anywhere. He told his agent, only deal with Buffalo. And we got the deal done. I thought the deal was fair. And we bench him after 2 games for fucking, I think, Cody Ford, I think. Why? What the fuck were we thinking? That's when we had Brian Winters. Like, I mean, what were we thinking? Of course the guy's going to be mad. Of course he's going to be disgruntled. You can't do that. What are you doing there? He wasn't playing that bad. Good Lord. You know, I mean, look at Darrell Williams. He started bad too this season. He's still not playing good. I don't see you fucking benching him. So, of course he was pissed. And then they probably were like, oh, fuck, he's being disgruntled. We need to cut him. That's probably what happened, in my opinion. And now, look, Quentin Spain's playing good. We could need Quentin Spain right now. I would love Quentin Spain on this team. Absolutely love Quentin Spain if he was here. He's not. So those are the little mistakes we do here and there, but it is what it is. You can't, can't be perfect. No one's perfect, guys. I get it, but man, that was a mistake. Fucking mistake. You built this team thinking all you had to do was beat. Yeah, no, it's not, man. This is a long season. That's a great point, Jose. I'll put you back up here. You built this team thinking all you had to do was KC. That's a great fucking point, Jose. That is a great point. It's not, and doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. You got to build this team right. And to be honest with you, it all starts up front, man. You have to have a good offensive line. I don't care who you got at quarterback. If you have a shit O-line, you're going to look bad. You are going to look bad. Your quarterback's going to be under duress. He's going to be running for his life, right? He's going to be making mistakes because he's just trying to make something happen out of nothing. And sometimes that's what we see from Josh Allen. And that's why I tell you guys, I'm not mad at the hero ball mentality that Josh Allen has. Because if we had a better offensive line, look at 2020, for instance. Yes, it's the same line, but they pass protected better for some reason. They suck now at it. I don't know why, but he would be back there literally stand like a statue, just looking around, taking his time, They gave him a lot of time last season. It is totally different now. He's running. He's just trying to do anything, right? He's trying to make a play. That is Josh's DNA. It will never go away. Never. So we can be mad or like it or mad. Me personally, I'm cool with it. That's, because he does a lot of plays that some quarterbacks can't do. And he makes a lot of plays. I'm like, fuck, it sucks. But that's who he is, guys. And we won't need that from Josh if we have better protection. We won't need hero ball Josh if we can protect him better. Right or wrong? I think I'm right. In my opinion, you won't see hero ball Josh if we have an offensive line that could block. There will be no reason for it. So as well, we did so good on Rousseau and Spencer, who were optioned to start early. Yeah, 100%, Pete. I was all for Gregory Rousseau, by the way. So my draft pick initially, when I did a video, I did a video early before the draft. I was saying I wanted either Najee Harris, but I didn't want to trade up for him. I said if he fell to us, I thought it would have been a smart pick, okay? Or Gregory Rousseau, because I'm a Hurricane fan. If you guys don't know, you know now, okay? I watched Gregory Rousseau. I thought, man, this dude has a huge ceiling. And it would have been a great draft pick if we take him. And Najee went early to Pittsburgh, and Gregory fell right to us. Listen, if Gregory would have played for the Hurricanes the following year, that 2020 season, he would have put up close to those sacks. I promise you. And he would have been a top 10 player. And we would have never been talking right now about Gregory Rousseau. He's still young. He's still ripe. He's still learning. He only has 1 year, guys, of college. So you have not seen the best of Gregory Rousseau yet, okay? He's learning on the fly, and he's already starting. So that's a great draft pick, in my opinion. Yeah, 100%. The Boogie pick, not so much. The Spencer Brown pick, to be honest with you, I don't even think they were thinking, like I said earlier, that he was going to start. I think they were just going with the Dawson Knox theory, right? Perfect example. I think Spencer Brown was their Dawson Knox for an offensive lineman. I think they saw, okay, he doesn't have much experience at offensive line, but we see he has the potential to be a very good offensive lineman, right? If we can just teach him a little bit, right? And he's learning very quickly, guys. So quickly, he's a starter. So yeah, very good draft pick. But I will tell you this. Brandon Beane loves those draft picks, the guys that have high ceilings. Honestly, look at a lot of the draft picks, right? Dawson Knox, right? Spencer Brown. Devin Singletary, 3rd round, right? That's a late round draft pick for running back. He's worked out well, guys. You guys can hate, say what you want about Devin Singletary. I think he's been a very serviceable running back, especially for this offensive line. Who else? I got to look at the draft pick, but there's been quite a few guys that's worked out. Jaquan Johnson, right? Levi Wallace, who wasn't even drafted. We picked up undrafted, and he's serviceable cornerback. There's a lot of guys. The only guy I will say that has been I'm not a fan of, has been nothing but a disappointment is Cody Ford. Cody Ford we traded up to draft him, and he's been a disappointment. He's been a huge disappointment. Mark coming in, good win, but Trey White going down with the knee sucked the life right out of the game. Yeah, man, fucking A, bro. We'll see though. Listen, knock on wood. Knock on wood. It's just a bad sprain. We'll know in a couple days, right? We'll know. But it didn't look good. But listen, it could just be a bad sprain for all we know. We don't know yet, so I don't want to overthink this. Let's just hope it's something that's like a week-to-week thing, right? You know what I mean? Luckily, we still got games to play before the playoffs, right? We're trying to get in the playoffs. And let's just hope it's not like a season-ending kind of injury, right? That's what we're hoping for. But yeah, it sucks. That really hurts. And that's why I'm saying Dane Jackson needs to put his big boy pants on, and he needs to show us why you drafted him, right? I mean, he has to now, right? You have to step up, guy. Like, this is your opportunity. Alpha Rob. Do you think if the Eagles didn't take Anderson, he'd be in there? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure about. I'll be real with you. Dwight. Praying for Trey, man. He's been our best player for a long time. Yeah, bro. Good guy, too, by the way. Good player, good guy. I love Trey White, man. He's a great teammate, for these guys. Good locker room guy, like I said. But listen, it sucks, but injuries happen, guys. Injuries fucking happen. It's unfortunate, but the next man up. I mean, you have to do it, right? Luckily, for the most part, our defense, next man up, has been okay. I got to admit, the guys that's come in for defense, I thought they've been very serviceable. AJ Klein, when called upon, I think he's done very good, right? Jaquan Johnson, when he had to fill in for Jordan Poyer, I thought he played very good, right? So right now, as of to date, our defensive guys coming in, filling in, have done their job for the most part. Let's be real. Even Harrison Phillips, who I, was tough on to begin the year, has filled in pretty well, right? I have confidence in Dane. Yeah, listen, Dane was a starter for a minute. I think they benched Levi and put Dane in last season for a little bit, Joey, I'll tell you 1-2 punch with Breeden Singletary was good today. Yeah, dude, I'm Joey, 100%, man. Let's see here. Mark, Trey did walk off under his own power. That's a good sign. That's a good sign, guys. Mark's saying it. I didn't see that, but if Mark's saying it, I believe him. And that's a hell of a sign, guys. If you walked off on his own power, and I did see him on a sideline towards the end of the game. So, or like walking, like you said, but I didn't see him walk to the back or anything. So that's cool. Hey, good. But yeah, speaking on Joey, the 1-2 punch, man, bro, 100%, man. I like that. I like that mix up because Moss and Singletary and Moss, they're almost the same back, right? Like almost. Singletary's a little bit more elusive. The problem Moss is having is because the offensive line's so bad as well, he just doesn't find holes very well at all. Like even when they're there, like he constantly runs in the back of his offensive lineman. Constantly. And his average was like 2.3 a carry this season. I mean, that's really bad, guys. I told you, Devin Singletary's 5 yards a carry. That's not bad. That's very good. And Matt Breida brings a different option at running back, right? He's a different look. He can get to the outside quicker than Singletary, right? But he's not as elusive, right? He doesn't get, I don't think, as good as yards after contact as Singletary. So Singletary's still good as your primary back. And I think he also knows the playbook more than Breida at the moment. You got to remember that too, right? So McDermott probably has a little bit more faith in Singletary right now because of the playbook. One, also, Singletary's not a bad pass blocker. For as short as he is, that dude, he's like a little tank, you guys. He's 5'7", but he's 215 pounds. That's a big dude. Like, he could take on linebackers and shit when they're blitzing. I have all faith in Devin Singletary when he's picking up a blitz. Look at the games. He holds his own. So I don't know if Breida can do that because Breida is smaller. He's less weight. He's not as compact as Devin Singletary. But I think Breida probably is a better pass catcher than Singletary. So that's a plus. He's obviously way faster. So I like that 1-2 combination. Yes, give me more of that. I am totally good with that. Alpha. I got tired looking at Moss's running in the mud. Yeah, bro, running in the back of his fucking players, like offensive lineman. I don't know what he's doing. Well, I know what he's doing. He's not dressing up for the football games anymore. I like Breida once he sees the hole and he hits it. Yeah, well, because he has that speed, but he can't take he's also not very good at yards after contact. Like, he's just not. But that's okay. If he can pick up 5, 6 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards, I'm cool with that. But he's not always going to do that. You know what I mean? There's going to be times because the offensive line is bad where he gets called up in the backfield and he just goes down. If you saw today's game, a lot of times, listen, Singletary's coughed up in the back. But because he's strong, he gets at least 2 or 3, right? He gets something out of nothing. Breida, he can't do that. Like, once Breida's caught up, he's caught up. He's not strong like Singletary. He can't drive defensive players, right? Like, look at that 10-yard run that Singletary made tonight. He got caught up at like the 6 or 7, and he fucking, bro, he muscled his way for like 3 or 4 more yards. I know you guys saw it. I know it's just not me. That was all Singletary, guys. That had nothing to do with his offensive line. He drove those guys. That's brute power out of a 5'7", 215 pound back. That's what he brings to the table. That's why I like Devin Singletary. The dude has a big heart for a little dude. That's just the truth. Okay, Joey, there sure is a good sign. Let's hope it's nothing Big, that would be a lot. Yeah, for fucking Trey. I know, man. Fuck, dude. I already saw that one. Okay. Let's see here. Joey. Sorry, guys. Mark, Tyler Bass did great along with special team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Special teams today. I said that earlier. So, Mark, special teams today, I gave him an A minus, only because of the Stevenson. He dropped the football on the punt return. He muffed the football, but he got it right back. But I thought Stevenson overall, up until that point, but he got the ball back. He had a very good game returning. Played it safe. He fielded the ball well. I thought defensively or special teams were on point. I love that McDermott trusts our special teams defense enough to get down the field on those short, because he's having Tyler Bass. I'm telling you right now, he's having Tyler Bass kick it short on those kickoffs, so the defense can get down there and make a play before the 20-yard line or the 25, right? And the defense is doing their job. Like, I love that. So I'm all good for that, because normally I'd be like, no, kick that fucker out of the end zone. But remember, that brings him up to the 25 now, right? But if you can kick it down to the 1 or 2 and pin them at the 10, 12, 30, 15, whatever, obviously that's just better for our defense. Their offense is starting at the 15, at their own 15 or 10 or whatever. So, yeah, bro, the special teams was on point today on both sides of the ball. No doubt about it. But in a dome with Tyler Bass, I'm telling you, bro, windy conditions, shitty conditions, man. That's why tough, man, in Buffalo sometimes, bro. Our punter fucking blows, but I thought he did good today. What do you think of our punter? Seems to be making a lot of money. Yeah. He holds the ball well for Tyler Bass. It's really as much as I can say, bro. He's good at holding the football. But can we get a fucking punter that can punt and hold the football? I'm sure there's a fucking punter out there that can do both. And I'm sure we will address that next season, I hope. Because, man, Matt Hawk is a awful punter. He did better today, but he's bad. He holds the ball way too long. Bro, like, it almost gets blocked every time. Almost gets blocked every time. And he just does not punt very well. Like, like 35, 40 yard. I mean, he's like, yikes. So, yeah, I'm sure there's a guy out there that can do both. But for now, I'm cool with it. Just hold the ball right for Bass. Because, look, Bojo had the leg. Bojo kicked the fucking ball 70 yards. But he fucking laces in, man. Ball down. Fucking, he could never hold the ball correctly. Tyler Bass fucking missing all left and right. It wasn't Bass' problem. That was a fucking holder. Right? Like I'm watching Pet Detective. Laces in. Right? Wide right. Yeah. That's because the fucking laces were in. That's true. Who's there? Let's see, Jack. Let's see here. Bass is awesome. Best kicker in NFL. Yeah, I don't know if he's the best kicker in NFL, but he's getting up there. Like he's getting up there. He's drastically improved from last season when he had fucking Bojo holding for him. That's a fact. That is 100% a fact. I don't know if he's the best kicker right now in the NFL, but I think he's young and he's going to get there. 100%. Strong leg. He's getting way more accurate because the holds are better. So yeah, man. Hey, by the way, it's another good pick by Brandon Beam. Just a heads up. Good. Another player. But guys, I've been on here for fucking 2 hours ranting about how great the Bills play today. And Thanksgiving, and it is 1:30 in the morning. Listen, guys, I gotta go to bed. I appreciate you guys all jumping on. I know it's super late, Thanksgiving. I don't know who has work tomorrow. I do, unfortunately. So I am gonna get to bed. This Saturday, guys, I will be on at 7:30. Like I said, Curtis from Ace Per Head is joining me. Trevor and Juan from Sports Dynasty. Captain D represents Dolphins as well. So join me 7:30 Mafia Sports Report. Hit that like button for me, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. It only helps me out. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you guys. I do. Without you guys, I'd just be here, like I said, talking to myself, man. So have a good night. Bills Mafia, #1, man. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate you guys, man. Everybody that hopped in tonight. Mark, Dwight, Alpha Rob. If I missed you, I'm sorry. And have a good night. Bills Mafia, man. You guys are the best, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Jack. Jack, you're #1 supporter as well, man. I appreciate you. Have a good night, bro. Peace out.
God bless America and God bless Ric Flair. Go for it. Woo! Styling and profiling. Woo! 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 I've lost it. I've lost reality. And when I lose reality, somebody else pays the price of a lifetime. Woo! 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 Woo, 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 woo. Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, woo, woo. All man, Ric Flair. Woo, 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 woo. Oh man, I'm on fire today. Woo, 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 woo. You're gonna be mine all night long. Woo.